One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Boilermakers will put total leather and we'll get started. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Buckeyes offense will come out first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Using his legs, it's Jackson. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To throw, it's Sayin. Unloads it left. That's caught. It's Tate. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to...
Going for it all. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying.
He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Finds his man, it's Tate. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Buys a little time. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
College football becomes more and more every year. More nickel, more dime packages, more speed on the field. So no matter what you do, I got a guy that can go chase.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Now, a lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him, and the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. And you can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And he tacks on the extra point.
14, Purdue, 0.
Coming out with it, it's Branch. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Caught in the backfield, it's McCoby. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Boilermakers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Gonna swing it on second down. Got it behind the line. It's McCoby. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Boilermakers will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Looking for a gap, it's Jackson.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to pass, it's Sayin. Fires to the tight end. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. The Boilermakers will punt this one away.
On to kick it away.
Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt.
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Offense changing the play. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He's got it. Touchdown, Ohio State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Branch. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Nothing but punts as a result of the first three offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Thomas. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Second down, he'll throw it. Somehow got the screen into that traffic. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Boilermakers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll take it on the return. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Finds a tight end. Turning it on. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Now they'll run it on the toss.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Wants to adjust the pattern. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice.
And he pulls it up inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and... somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Kentucky needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Lexington behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to Florida. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Boilermakers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Rushes on him. Lofts one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
You just feel like the sense of urgency is going up for this offense. Now, they haven't had that many possessions so far in the game, and because they've got no points now, it feels like the quarterback's starting to press. He's trying to make it happen on his own, taking a shot down the field. Another incompletion for this offense. They can't get anything going.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Hit as he throws. It's picked off, and another empty drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over.
Watching this DB on film, I just love his ability to break on the ball, and I think he was anticipating on 3rd and long that time, the offense throwing it right around the sticks. So he was able to drive on the football and secure that interception.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later.
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
42 spot.
Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Oh, and it's a hit like...
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Out of the gun, the inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield. It's Sayin. Grab near the marker. It's Smith. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. And the Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch at the 45. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Dropping back, it's Sayin. He fires to the left side. Wide open, he makes the catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Ohio State. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the 2nd quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the 2nd half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far. West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update.
Just about set to get this second half underway. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? Looking to throw, it's Singleton. Bringing the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Corrals it at the 45. And the returner will be brought down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Moving out of the pocket. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Catch in the middle. It's Smith. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Buckeyes have moved it inside the 20. They'll go back to the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on first and goal. Try to barge their way in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad. You start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Set to kick it off.
And he's going to try to return this one. There's no possible explanation for bringing that one out of the end zone, and they've got horrible field position at the 5. The Boilermakers are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Boilermakers line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Here they come, and he's going to get stopped, trapped, and it'll be a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. On the run, It's Jackson. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunity. opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43. And the Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Tate. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not...
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you. Hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Singleton. Grabs it in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll try to sneak it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And the Boilermakers will call on their punt team. And don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Motion from the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Singleton. Trying to get rid of it. And they can't make the connection on third down. The Boilermakers decide to punt it away. Now don't forget, and I'm sure he hasn't, he had one blocked earlier. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
And the Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. The give to the back.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to free.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Toss to the outside. There he goes.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they
got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about.
And they're going to put another... to the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Boilermakers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down.